Hey, what's up guys, up here. So Hololive's been cooking up a lot of cool projects recently, but I don't think anything is quite as unique as what they launched a few days ago. So about a month ago, Hololive and Cover Corp announced a collaboration with the Major League Baseball team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now this is pretty crazy, right? Seeing a VTuber group, in this case Pekora, Suisei, and Gura, collaborating with a Major League Baseball team. Now, at the end of the video, I'll get into all the nerd baseball stuff and explain why I think this is one of the smartest collabs I've seen in a hot minute. But let's begin right here on the main page of the Los Angeles Dodgers website. This is on their front page for some time. That is really cool to see. Like, I don't care if you're a Hololive fan or not. That's a pretty crazy setup right here. But for the actual events itself, this took place a few days ago, and they had a breakdown of everything going on. They had the play ball announcement, taking out to the ball game performance, a hype video, a night drone show, and a photo spot with life-sized cutouts. So, as you're entering the game, this was the scene. Hololive night, right up on the bright lights there, even up on the Jumbotron. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of people were turning out, including a lot of Giga Chads supporting their Oshis. You can see this right here with the light sticks and everything. It was a really surreal event to see people repping their Hololive merch and going to this game. And yeah. So here was the first event. It was Pekora, Gura, and Suisei announcing the beginning of the game, Let's Play Ball. And this is something that I don't think anyone ever expected to see. I mean, this is pretty surreal. As this person said, as a lifelong Dodger fan and a longtime Hololive fan, this is surreal. As a longtime Hololive fan and a lifelong baseball fan as well, I never expected this crossover episode. And, you know, this stadium's filled with tens of thousands of people. This is a very historically and currently relevant franchise. It is insane that they got this collaboration and were such an involved part of hyping up this game. And of course, the next spot was Gawr Gura singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, which was very adorable, but I don't know if I can play this with copyright. I don't know if that works here, but anyways, you can look it up for yourself. It's definitely very wholesome. But of course, there was a little bit of drama with this collaboration, at least on Twitter, because people seeing someone having a good time with this collaboration, miserable people were attracted like flies on doo-doo. So here is one tweet with 34,000 likes with a screen cap of Gura singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, saying we need to do something about the weeb problem. It's not okay what they're doing. Imagine being filtered by the cute shark. Now I think this whole thing is funny, like the crossover between Hololive fans and really just normies in general. Like, let's be honest, most people going to a Los Angeles Dodgers game are around the realm of normies, right? And I have these like funny scenarios in mind. Like, I feel like a lot of people were genuinely confused as to what's going on, because as popular as you think VTubers are, they're not that popular. They're not that mainstream where the average person walking down the street knows about VTubers or even knows about Hololive, for example, right? So I can imagine a scenario where, you know, you're at the game with like your dad or your uncle or something, or some like old boomer, and he's like 5 or 6 beers deep, and he's looking up at the Jumbotron as some cute virtual shark is singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It was probably a very surreal experience, but if anyone gets exposure to this and wants to know more and dives deeper into VTubers and Hololive, that's mission accomplished. But there was also the night show here, which was absolutely insane. They used drones for this. There's a lot of really crazy pictures. They did this at the end of the game, and yeah, it was pretty impressive. The drone shows these days that various entities, including the Dodgers, do are absolutely insane. But on top of that, there were some cutouts that people could go up and take photos with. And I saw this Reddit post that people are sharing around. It says, "Excuse me to the people of Los Angeles. Are you okay with this?" And this comment says, "Middle girl has a fish up her ass." Honestly, I don't know if you want to ask Hololive fans if they're okay with this, because they'd probably give you an answer that would scar you for life, but hey, that's just being cultured. But there was also one other controversy, and it had to do with some of the merch. So let's begin with this post right here. 2 @Dodgers collaborating with hashtag Hololive Dodgers. "This has been the worst first-time experience at your game. I wanted to show support, but I waited all day from 5 p.m. to currently now almost 10 p.m. for Hololive merch shirt. There are folks buying beyond 2 items, likely scalpers." And that is the thing that really pisses me off and pisses off a lot of people, because As soon as this game started and as soon as the merch was being sold, people were reselling them online. That's what a scalper is. They basically just buy these things for their own financial gain. These people are not trying to liberate Hololive fans and spread this merch out beyond just the Dodger Stadium. They are doing this for selfish reasons. They're going up to the booth, buying as much merch as they are allowed, and then reselling it for their own profit. These people are scum. Scalpers in this situation are scum because some people who actually attended the game and wanted to get merch were either left in line forever because of people like this, or they didn't even get merch at all. And that sucks. And I don't know how you really curate that other than putting limits on things, but still, these scalpers are absolute trash. And of course, that was one little bump in the road, but overall, this was a crazy event. You can see the man in charge here saying, "Thank you for coming to #Hololive Dodgers. I hope the fans enjoyed it. It was a great game." And of course, the Dodgers won. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, okay? I saw an article that I actually thought was really good. I know we crap on journalists all the time on this channel, but give credit where credit is due. The Los Angeles Times released a good article about this situation, exploring an area that's probably out of their comfort zone and giving a good analysis of what's going on with this collaboration. And this collaboration also raises a lot of secondary conversations about VTubing going into a more mainstream setting, which is something that a lot of people are excited about and also apprehensive about because it brings in new people who are not familiar with the medium. And as always, gatekeeping is always a very important thing when your hobby starts going more mainstream. But overall, you could see this going into more opportunities because if this collaboration in any way benefited the Los Angeles Dodgers, especially in terms of revenue, they would like to do stuff like that again, or another team would. And I've actually heard, I think some minor league teams have also done collaborations with some VTubers. And also on top of that, I want to praise this collaboration. This is kind of the nerd baseball talk here, but like this collaboration makes so much sense. When you look at the Niji Sanji collaboration with the NBA, a lot of people are scratching their heads. But this was a genius collaboration because not only does it involve the Los Angeles Dodgers, right? They are a team that is historically relevant. They're one of the most historically relevant teams in the history of Major League Baseball, but they're also currently relevant. They've been to the World Series a couple times over the past couple of years. On top of that, baseball is really popular in the United States, and it's extremely popular in Japan. And then you look at Los Angeles. It is on the West Coast. It is the closest location to Japan. So you have the audience from the English side and the Japanese side having the closest hub in Major League Baseball. And on top of that, the star player for the Los Angeles Dodgers is Shohei Ohtani, who is a Japanese-born player who recently came to the major leagues in the United States only a few years ago. And he's the star of the team, and obviously he has a huge following of people from Japan who want to see him play. It is a perfect cohesion of everything going on here. It is one of the best and smartest collabs and creative collabs I have seen in a minute, because who would have thought this would work? VTubers in Major League Baseball. But it does work, because it's smart, and it pays attention to details, and it pays attention to what the fans are interested in. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough glorifying Hololive for one video. But I appreciate you guys listening. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.